Here's what almost nobody over 60 realizes. The airport quietly changed, and the routine that worked for 20 years is the exact thing it's now built to catch. 9 pre-flight mistakes seniors only spot when it's too late. Number 2 is the one almost everyone packs wrong. And number 1 ends the trip before it even starts. Mistake number 9. Booking the tightest connection to save a little money. Here's what the airline is banking on the moment you book to save $40. They sell you a 35 or 40-minute connection, and the website never warns you the gates can be a terminal apart. After a first flight that lands late, for a 30-year-old, that's a quick jog. For someone our age, it's a fall waiting to happen. I watched a retired teacher, 68, take a 40-minute layover through Chicago to save $60. Her flight landed 9 minutes late. The door was already closed, and she spent the night on a bench. I saved $60 and lost a whole day, she told me. Protect the connection before you ever leave home. Never book a layover under 90 minutes, 2 hours if you're flying international. Book by phone when the connection looks tight, and ask for the longer one out loud. If you're stuck with a short one, tell the gate agent on your first flight so the crew can flag it. Magic phrase: please give me at least a 90-minute connection. That one costs you a day. The next one costs you the bag itself. Mistake number 8. Carrying the plain black suitcase with nothing on it. Walk to any carousel and count the identical black bags. Now, picture finding yours, exhausted after a long flight. 2 things go wrong here, and both hit seniors hardest. Someone grabs your bag by accident and you don't notice until you're home, or the airline loses it, and there's nothing inside or out to prove it's yours. I watched a couple in their 70s wait an hour at the wrong carousel. Their untagged bag had quietly gone home with a stranger. We didn't even realize until the hotel called us, the husband said. Make your bag impossible to confuse and easy to claim. Add a bright luggage strap or a colored cover so it's spotted from across the hall. Use a sturdy tag with your phone number and put a second card with your name inside the bag. Snap a phone photo of your suitcase before you check it so you can show staff exactly what's missing. Think that's frustrating? The next one stops your bag before it ever leaves the counter. Mistake number 7, never weighing the carry-on at home. The carry-on feels fine in your living room. Then the gate agent points to the sizer, and you're repacking on the floor while the line watches. Airlines quietly tightened both weight and size limits, and they enforce them at the gate now, not just check-in. There's a second cost nobody mentions for travelers our age. Even if it fits, can you lift it into the overhead bin alone? I watched a man in his late 60s take a $65 gate fee, then strain his shoulder hoisting the bag he'd overpacked. It was 3 pounds, he said. 3 pounds cost me $65 and a sore shoulder for a week. Know the number before you reach the airport. Weigh the bag at home with a small luggage scale. It costs less than 1 gate fee. Check your airline's exact carry-on weight and size for your fare. Basic economy is stricter. Pack so you can lift it yourself or plan to ask for help. Never assume the bin will be easy. That's about the bag. The next one is about what you put on your own body before you leave the house. Mistake number 6, dressing for the photo instead of the security line. You want to look nice traveling. There's nothing wrong with that. But this morning's outfit can turn a 2-minute screening into a 10-minute ordeal. Metal sets off the scanner, and so much of what we wear has it. Belt buckles, underwire, jewelry, lace-up boots, a knee or hip replacement. None of it is dangerous. It just slows you down when your energy and patience matter most. I watched a woman our age hold up a whole line, unlacing tall boots 1 eyelet at a time while 100 people waited. I could feel everyone staring, she said. I'll never wear those to an airport again. Dress for the scanner, change after you land. Wear slip-on shoes and skip the belt. Put it in your bag and add it back at the gate. Keep metal jewelry and watches in your carry-on until you're through. If you have a metal implant, say so before you step into the scanner. Magic phrase: I have a hip replacement. How would you like to screen me? That smooths the line. The next one decides whether you reach the line in time at all. Mistake number 5, trusting the paper and the printer over the phone. Many of us still want the printed boarding pass in hand. The instinct is fine. The mistake is making the paper your only plan. Gates change, flights get moved up, and the airline pushes that update to its app, not to the page you printed last night. A wrong gate on paper has sent more than one traveler to the far end of the terminal for nothing. I watched a woman our age miss a gate change while standing at the gate she'd printed. "I was at the right number," she said. "It just wasn't the right gate anymore." Keep the paper, but let the phone be the truth. Download your airline's app and turn on flight notifications before the trip. Save the mobile boarding pass to your phone so it works even on weak signal. Keep passport, ID, and confirmations in one zip folder so nothing rides loose. Quick question: how many of these have you done without realizing it? Most of us catch ourselves on at least 3. If this is helping, hit subscribe. The second half is where the real money hides, starting at the counter that can turn you away. Mistake number 4, being too proud to use the help that's already free. This is the one pride talks us out of every single time. You can request wheelchair or cart help through the airport free, and most seniors never ask. It isn't about being unable to walk. It's about saving your legs and lungs for the trip, not the half-mile hike to gate 47. The staff who push the chairs know every shortcut and the fast lane through security. I watched a fit man of 70 refuse the help, then reach his gate gray and breathless. "I thought I could handle it," he admitted. "I could barely stand when I boarded." Book the help in advance. It's your right, not a favor. Call your airline at least 48 hours ahead and add assistance to your reservation. Ask for help to the gate, between connecting flights, and at your destination too. You don't need a medical reason. "Long distances are hard for me" is enough. Magic phrase: "I'd like to add wheelchair assistance to my booking, please." That saves your strength. But here's where it gets serious. The next one can stop you at the counter before anything else. Mistake number 3, skipping the document check that gets you turned away. This is the mistake that ends a trip before security, before anything, and it's almost always found too late to fix. 2 traps catch seniors most. Many countries won't let you in unless your passport is valid at least 6 months beyond your travel dates, even if it hasn't expired. And for flights inside the US, you now need a real ID-compliant license or your passport just to clear security. I watched a couple at the international counter learn their passports expired 4 months after the trip and get sent home before they checked a bag. "They were still valid," she said. "Nobody told us 6 months wasn't enough." Check the documents weeks ahead, not the night before. Confirm your passport is valid at least 6 months past your return date for any international trip. Make sure your license is real ID compliant, or travel with your passport for domestic flights. Photograph every document and email the photos to yourself as a backup. Stay with me. The next 2 are the reason I made this video, and number 2 is the one almost everyone gets wrong before they even leave the house. Mistake number 2. Packing what you can't replace in the bag you can't control. Here's the rule. Nobody says plainly. The moment you hand over a checked bag, you've lost control of it. It can be delayed a day, sent to the wrong city, or simply lost. Now, think about what too many seniors tuck inside it. The daily medications, the spare glasses, the hearing aid batteries, the charger. A delayed bag is an annoyance for a younger traveler. For someone on a daily prescription, it's a real problem in a strange city. I watched a woman land overseas without the suitcase holding a week of her heart medication. "My pills were in the bag that never came," she said. "I spent 2 days finding a clinic instead of the coast." Everything essential rides with you in the cabin. Keep all medication in your carry-on in its original labeled containers, never checked. Pack a clear pouch with meds, glasses, chargers, and documents you can grab in one motion. Carry 1 extra day of medication beyond your trip length in case of delays. Magic phrase: "I have medication and medical devices in this bag." That protects what matters most. And the last one isn't really a mistake. It's the habit that costs more seniors their flight than anything else on this list. Mistake number 1, arriving on the schedule you used at 50. This is the one that ends the trip before it starts, and almost nobody sees it coming, because it used to work. Years ago, an hour at the airport was plenty, but the airport got bigger and slower, the lines got longer, and our own pace changed too. We walk a little slower, the gates are farther, and one bathroom stop eats the cushion we used to have. The old time to spare math no longer adds up at our age. And the gate doesn't wait. I watched a couple who'd flown for 50 years miss a flight by 4 minutes on the same schedule that had never once failed them. The same hour that always worked, he said. This time it didn't. Give yourself the margin your younger self never needed. Arrive 2 hours early for domestic flights, 3 for international. Treat that as the minimum. Add time if you're checking a bag, need assistance, or don't know the airport. Plan to be at the gate, not just in the building. Getting there is half the journey now. After enough years of flying, you learn the airport hasn't gotten harder for travelers our age. It just stopped warning us when the rules quietly changed. But once you're actually on the plane, there's a whole list of things the airline will hand you for free, and almost no senior over 60 thinks to ask. It's on the screen right now. See you there.